Hello everyone, welcome to a new part in the part 3 of Blender archviz series. So in this part we will model these windows of the living room and the bedroom. Also we will model the port of the bedroom, also the port of the bathroom and the entry door. So I need to go to the references to show you something. For example, here, as you see here, that is a simple window. So in this case, I will not use archpack preset. So I will model it by myself easily, starting from a plane. Then I will model this port. It's special port with his material. Then I will go to where is it? To the port or the door of the bathroom. As you see here, I need to model it separated from the wall because I want it opened in some cases. And then I will go to model the entry door as you see in this image here. So I don't need it to be opened. So I need just to add these details here, some extrusion in the wall, and done. Now I need to return to Blender and starting modeling. So first of all, I need to model this window. So I need to enter edit mode, then duplicate this part and separate it from selection. Click P and separate it by selection. Then I need to move the origin of this mesh to the origin of this separated mesh by clicking right mouse button and set origin and origin to geometry to have the possibility to scale this mesh according to his origin. So I need to scale it in the y-axis, enter the wireframe mode, and I need to scale it according to the 2D plan in this case. Now I need to return to the 3D mode, then enter the edit mode. Don't forget to apply the scale every time when you are in modeling situation. Enter the edit mode, then select this face and extrude it a little bit like this in the z-axis. Then I want to add the other frames like this. Control R, make the edge loops to 2 and scale it in x-axis to make it in this position. Then I need 2 or more edge loops in the middle because these windows combine from 3 panels. So I need to make these 3 panels by creating an edge loops according to this 2D plan. I need an edge loop here and another edge loop here. Also I need to add an edge loop here and an edge loop here. Then I need to extrude these faces, the top faces, to the scaling. So don't forget to enable the snap mode in the edge mode, then extrude it in the z-axis, Control Z, and snap it to the scaling, and it's done. Oh, I do a problem. Select these faces and extrude it. I need to extrude it to the z-axis like this. So now I need to add another bar here to complete the frame of the window. So I need to disable the snap mode by clicking Shift Tab and add an edge loop here in this position. Then the other edge loops snapped to this edge here. Then make the same thing. Then make the same thing here also. Then I need to bridge all these faces. I know that it's a manually method and take a long time, but it's fine for me. So because I need this type of window, so I need to do it manually. So be patient. I need to bridge these 2 faces and click right mouse button and loop tools and bridge. Then make the same thing for other faces. Select 2 faces, loop tools, bridge, face, loop tools, bridge. So now I'm finished with the frames, but I need to make the glasses. So to make this, I need to add an edge loop here in the middle and fill it with F. So you can ask me that why I'm not doing these glasses without a width. So I do it with a single panel, because Blender glasses, it's more complicated when it comes in render. So I will made it in one panel, not in a width. So because of the noise in the interior of the apartment, so I will made it just one panel. I will make the same thing for these panels. Loop tool in the middle, then F to fill it, and loop tool in the middle and F to fill it. In the parts of materials and texturing, we will separate the materials from each other, the glass alone and the frame alone. Now I will go to the second window. I will make the same thing, select all these top faces, duplicate it, Shift D, then separate it from selection, then set the origin to the geometry. Now I need to scale it in the y-axis like this. You see that there is a little distortion, so I need to fix it. Enter the edit mode, then the edge mode. I need to move these vertices according to the plan and move this vertex edge to according to the plan. It's done. Now I need also to set the origin to geometry. Also here for this first window, set the origin to geometry also. Now I need to extrude these top faces also and snap it to this edge to be the same and equal frame for each other. Now I need to add a loop here and a loop here, and for these two loops here I need to bevel it like this. Then I need to extrude all these faces in the same time. Extrude it and make it snapped to the ceiling. Don't forget that the shortcut of snap mode is Shift Tab. Now I need to make an edge loop here, another edge loop snapped to this edge loop, another edge loop snapped to this edge loop, and the final edge loop snapped to this edge loop. Then we're going to the bridge mode, bridge all these faces, bridge like this. Now I will do the glasses panel like this, loop tool in the middle, then F to fill it, loop tool in the middle, then F to fill it, and loop tool in the middle, then F to fill it. Now it's done. We finished with the external windows. Now I need to go to the doors. So first of all I need to delete or dissolve this edge loop because I'm not needed for previous or future operations, so I will dissolve it. Control X in the edge mode. Now I need to add edge loops for the door according to the 2D plan, and like this. Also for the entry door like this. Then I want to set an edge loop for the height of the door, approximately according to your reference. As you see here, the height of these doors. I will return, then also add an edge loop here in the inside of the bathroom and snap it to this edge loop here. Then I need to do a bridge between these two faces because I tell you in the first time that I want this door of the bathroom, I want it separated from the selection of the walls because I want to rotate it in the future work. So I need to bridge this and make an open. Loop tools, bridge. So it's still this face. I need I need it in the modeling of the door. So I need to separate it from selection, and I will use it in the modeling of the door. Now I will set the origin to the geometry, then enter edit mode. You see that it's a monotony operation. So we will repeat this in architecture visualization a lot. So it's a simple method, box-to-box modeling. It's not complex for beginner or intermediate or advanced. So we will use this method in every archviz project. So I need to extrude this and snap it at the top in the z-axis like this. Then I want to set the origin to geometry. Then I need to scale it a little bit to have some details. So you see that the empty space here, it's not equal to this empty space here. So this is because of the scale. So I need to apply it after I scale it. So Ctrl+Z to redo the operation, then Ctrl+A to scale the object, then I do the scale for my object. So I think there is a problem, so I need to scale it manually. I need to scale it in the y-axis like this, then scale it in the z-axis like this. So as you see here, there is an empty space that gives us to the inside of the bathroom, so I need to fill it. So first of all, I need to isolate the walls, then enter edit mode, then add these two loops here to make the frame of the door. So I will select these faces first and extrude it along normals. So a little bit of extrusions, Alt-E, or you can go to extrude tool and select extrude along normals. In my case, I will use the shortcut Alt-E in the keyboard, then select extrude face along normals. Make sure that you are in the face mode, then extrude it a little bit like this. Then I will return to the edit mode. Then I will go to the entry mode, the entry door, sorry. I will make these details that I tell you in the first, because I don't need this port or door opened in the future. So I will just make these details by beveling some or insert this face to get the space detail here. So I need to, first of all, I want to verify that I'm applying the scale, then inset the faces a little bit like this. Then if you see here in the right or the left button, you see that we have this dialog, select the outer. So now extrude it in the y axis. Oh, what's the problem? Yeah. Select it and extrude it in the y axis like this, and it's done. Now for this door, I need to make it rotate it according to this axis. So to do this, I need to move this origin to this place to make it rotated according to this axis. So enter the edit mode, then in the vertices mode, select this vertex and Shift S to change the origin or change the cursor to the selected vertices like this. When it's done, select the object and set the origin to the 3D cursor like this, and it's done. The door will be rotated according to this axis, and we have a rotated door. Now we need some handles here and here. So in this case, we will use the archpack doors. So we will delete all the parts of the door and keep the handle for our work. So don't forget also to save every time. I will get Shift A, Mesh, archpack, and door. Add this simple door. Then I need to move it inside to have a clear vision. Now I need to clear the parenting of this handle to this door by clicking on this handle and going to parent and clear parent. Now I can delete these parts of the door and keep our handle. As you see here, we have our handle. So we need to move it to the bathroom door. in the top view, 7 in the keyboard or the numpad. We need to rotate it 19 degree and rotate it in this place. Also, we need to modify it a little bit. So enter the edit mode of the handle and move this handle to this position and move this handle to this position like this, and it's done. I need to also duplicate this handle to this entry door, so Shift D and rotate it in 90 degree like this. I need to move it here, as I see in the reference that the handle is in the inverse sense, so I need to rotate it in the z-axis 180 degree, then move it to the right place and made some modification. Enter edit mode as usual and move this freely. I think that I don't need this outside handle, so I can delete it easily. So I just need this inside handle, so I need to move it in the y-axis like this, and it's done. So now I need to parent this handle to the door to be rotated with this door. When the door is rotated, the handle rotated with him also. So select this handle and this door and click Ctrl P in the keyboard, then click in Object. So when I need to rotate this door, the handle will rotate with him. So it's easy. So now we finished with these doors. Now I need to go to the bedroom door. It's very easy. It's look like the windows, so don't forget to save all times. Now going to the top view, I need some plane here to make this, so I need to add plane and scale it to this position, and I need to move it and snap it in x-axis. I need to made it in this position like this. I need to move it like this. Okay, then I need to modify in the scale of this plane. First of all, I need to move it here. Shift, enter the edit mode, then move this edge here, then add another edge loop here, then extrude this edge loop in the y-axis until you get this position and snap it to here like this. Now I need to add, as I see in the reference, I need to add a space or a width for this frame like this, a little bit of width like this. Then I need to add the position of these two frames. Sorry, I need to add this position of these two frames like this. Be patient, my brothers. The long step in every project is modeling, so you need to be patient as 3D artist. Shift Z to go to the wireframe, then add this frame or loop here. Then I need to, as usual, to extrude all these. Oh, I forget this loop here. Then I will select all these faces and extrude it and snap it to the ceiling. Shift tab and snap it to the ceiling. Then I need to add an edge loop here. I need to elevate it a little bit like this to make it small. Then I want to add some edge loop according to this edge loop. The same thing for this edge loop. and the same thing for this edge loop, the same thing for this edge loop. Now I need to bridge all these faces to get the complete frame. Select this face and this face and bridge. Select this face and this face, sorry, and bridge. Select this face and this face and bridge. Now, as you see in the reference, that we have two materials in this panel. The first material is look like a glossy, and the inside material it look like a rough. So in this case we need to make two panels of glasses. So I need to fill the inside of this panel. So I will select these edge loops and fill it, also this edge loop, and fill it to made the inside panel. So select this face, F, fill it with F, and select these edges and fill it with F. Also I need to select these outside faces to make the outside glass panel, because it's a different material for each part. So I need to make each object for each material to not have a problem in the future material or texturing part. Like this. It's a repeated method, so be patient, and it's done for this. And with this we are done with all the faces of modeling windows and doors. So this is everything in this part, and see you in another videos. Have a nice day. Salam.